So I'm going to talk a little bit about what our buy box is and what our criteria is for buying multifamily properties. I want a population of 75,000 and above. I don't mind a tertiary market. Tertiary market is outside of Dallas. Like we're currently in escrow in Arlington, on a property in Arlington, Texas. I don't even know if that's tertiary. It's got 400,000 people in it, so it definitely checks this box. But as you start to get further and further out, the competition is less and less from the big boys. But your population will drop pretty significantly. And I've learned the hard way that 30,000, which I used to think was big enough, is very difficult to find apartment managers, very difficult to find maintenance people, very difficult to find people that want to work at an apartment complex. Your labor pool is thinned even more than your larger markets. So that's very important. Major airport. I don't want to fly for 4 hours and then drive for 2. And neither do you. Just trust me, you don't want that. So you want it within 30 minutes of property with at least one major carrier. I really want an international airport, but we'll say with at least one major airport. Job growth, I want to see 3 to 5% year over year, and I want to see it in the last 3 years. Population growth, 3 to 5% year over year. I want to see it in the last 3 to 5 years. 80 units and above. And this is for syndications. I do have some, Claudia and I own some smaller stuff with some partners, 40-plex, 34-plex, smaller stuff of our own, 32-plex, 32-plex. But for a syndication to really work, for it to be worth a syndication, it really should be $1 million and above. Smaller complexes work, but it's really going to be a joint venture. I don't want anything. I've cut my teeth on stuff that in 1960s, 1950s, 1970s. I really don't want it. There's exceptions to every rule, but in my ideal scene, I want 1980s and above. 7% average cash on cash return over the life of the deal. This is what I would take to my investors, right? So very, very important. I can tell them that, hey, the first year we might only get 2%. But by the 8th year, or maybe it's not that long of a hold, by the 4th or 5th year, we're up at 11%. So it averages out to that 7% return for our investors. And an annualized return of 20% if I take that cash flow and add it to the projected back-end equity. I want a 20% overall. And I don't want coastal properties, man. I don't want a letter in the mail from the insurance carrier saying that we're not going to be renewed, or when we are renewed, it's going to be $1,200 per door more for the renewal. That kills the deal. That makes it not even sellable. It kills the value, and it's something that I can't control. There's enough things that I can't control in anything, any investment, that I just don't want. I've had friends that have properties in Florida that had no claims, but it went up $1,700 per door. Just a letter in the mail with a 60-day notice. I mean, that's pretty crazy, guys.